Got me my Easter egg and I'm ready to roll. Hey guys, my name is Jen and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone had a lovely Easter weekend. I know I did. I ate loads of chocolate and I still have, and more to go. So this week's video is all about how to stay organized while we're going through this pandemic. So while we're staying at home and doing, let's say, college work or school work, or whether it's just work in general, I'm going to tell you my top tips today of how I stay productive while we're at home. I have a feeling this video is going to be very long. I apologize in advance. So I'm going to split this video up into two parts, okay? So the first part is going to be all about college, and then the second part is going to be all about kind of life in general. So let's start with college, okay? I'm going to let you know my top tips of how to stay organized throughout this period. I know it's very hard at home at the moment and trying to get stuff done. A lot of people don't feel motivated. They're procrastinating. They're like, oh, I'll just watch this episode. Or some people just can't get into the right mindset. So today I'm here to help you to try get you into that mindset again, get that work done, and be good to go, you know? This is basically so you won't be stressed later on when exams come, etc. So the first tip is to keep a daily schedule. When you're in college, you have a timetable to follow. When you're in school, you have your class timetable. When you're in work, you're in there 9 to 5. You want to create something similar at home. It mightn't be obviously 9 to 5 directly. That's fine. Do whatever suits you. However, you do need to keep yourself to a daily schedule. Otherwise, you definitely won't get any work done. It is so important to keep to a schedule. If you don't keep to a schedule, your body will be like, here, no, I'm not productive now. Whereas if you actually stick to the schedule and you know, like, oh, I do college work in the mornings, it will actually train your brain into being like, okay, I need to be productive for this amount of time, and once that is, you'll be productive, no problem. Every time you sit down, you'll be like, bam, let's get some work done. It's all about training your brain. Okay, so my next tip then is know your deadlines. So what I do is I have a whiteboard over in the corner of my room, and I have all my deadlines on that. So I have my assignments, I have my exams, and the dates of when they're due. This is so important to have it up somewhere that you see it the majority of the time, because when you see it, it will remind you that, like, okay, I must do that. So like, obviously I don't have it all over my bedroom. I just have it at my desk. So whenever I sit down on my desk, it reminds me that I have those deadlines and when they're due. So I'd really recommend that, because it just keeps you up to date on like how many assignments you have. And then also when you're done an assignment and you wipe it off, oh, best feeling ever. It's very helpful, I swear to God. It will get you productive when you see a deadline in like 2 days time and you're like, oh my God, forgot about that. Okay, so my next tip is to make a to-do list. So every evening or the morning of, I like to make a to-do list of what I'm doing that day. Now this to-do list will include specific college work of what exactly I'm doing. So if it's to do with a specific module, I'll write down the exact module it is and what I'm doing to do with that module. So I don't just write down, oh, college work. I write down, let's say, ethics report, do question 2. Okay, you have to be more specific, because if you don't be specific, you're more than likely you're not going to do it, okay? Other things on my to-do list then is stuff like, oh, exercise, do an online dance class, plan for tomorrow, edit a video. So it's not all to do with college work, it's my general daily to-do list. It has everything I want to do, all the good things and the bad things on it, and I have a little box next to them, and each time something is done, I tick it off, and then it just feels amazing. So 10 out of 10 recommend. It keeps you focused, keeps you being like, okay, what do I need to do today? I use a bullet journal for everything I do, and it's just the best thing ever. So the next tip is try not to fall behind. So obviously we understand how hard it is to be used to working in college and, let's say, going to the library or working in school and then coming home and basically teaching yourself. I completely understand how hard it is. I'm doing it as well. So many other people are doing it and it is so hard. But the one thing that will really make you struggle is if you start falling behind in subjects. If you have modules, let's say, and that they're putting up lectures every week and that for you to go through, they might have audio in it, they might have video, but if you don't stay up to date with those lectures, the work's just going to keep piling up and up, okay? When it comes to exam time, you're going to be so stressed with all this mountain of work that you hadn't done, and then you're going to be like, oh my god, why didn't I do this? Okay, so try keep on top of things. So for my lectures, they put audio on it, so all I'm doing is sitting there and just listening to it. Like, I'm not even taking notes, I'm just listening to it, just like you would in class. That's all you have to do, okay? Just so you keep on top of things, so somewhere it's in there, somewhere in your brain, so then when you go back to revise it, it won't be as bad. 2 more tips in college and then we'll move on to life. So the second last tip is have a specific area just to do your college work or school work, or let's say work in general. Have a specific area in your house that you always go to this area to do that work. Eventually your brain will be like, oh, when I sit down here, it's productivity time, like I'm doing work. This is where I go head first, like straight in, plow forwards. Like, you need to train your brain into thinking this. Now I have this desk, this corner desk over there, and I know every time I sit down there I do work. So whether it's college, whether it's editing videos, whether it's research, I know when I sit down there I'm doing work. So if you have this specific space, your brain is going to realize that, oh yeah, this is where I do work. Okay, brain, turn on, click on all the buttons, like, and let's get down to work. Technically kind of tricking your brain into being productive. I'm just saying, it works wonder. One thing I do not recommend, and so many people do, is they do like their college work in bed. Remember what I said all about this training the brain? Yeah, so if you do your college work in bed, your brain is going to be like, here, grand job, nice and comfortable, let's do college work, this is where I do my college work. So then when you actually start to go to sleep, your brain is going to be like, oh, I'm meant to be doing college work now, haha, screw you, we're not going to sleep. And then you won't be able to get sleep, your sleep will be interrupted, you will have a terrible night's sleep. That's the one thing I definitely recommend, is do not do your college work or work in general in your bed, because it just screws everything up. The last tip for college organization productivity is you have to take days off and breaks. So let's say it's during the week and you do college work in the morning, you have to take a break. Take 10-15 minute break. As long as you keep doing your work bit by bit, you'll be fine. The more breaks you take, the more awake your brain is and the more productive you are, basically. Okay, also take days off. For me, the first couple of weekends, I took the whole weekend off. I took Saturday and Sunday off because I had worked Monday to Friday, like on college work and stuff. So I took Saturday and Sunday off because you need days as well to just do nothing, to do whatever you want, whether it's stay in bed all day, go for it. Watch Netflix, Disney Plus, like seriously, we gotta relax. We're young as well. Like, I'm 22 years old, my favorite thing to do is stay in bed. We gotta have those days too. It's just so important for your mental health and so important not to be bogged down on everything. Take time off. Telling you now. Okay, part 2 of this little how to stay organized, stay productive is just life in general, life at home, and how we can continue to live our best lives. The first tip is I recommend getting up at the same time every day. Now, the earlier you get up, the longer your day is, which means the longer you have to get stuff done, to do stuff, to live your best life. For a routine to form, you need to start getting up at the same time every day. Okay, my next tip is to have breakfast. So the first thing you do when you get up is have breakfast. Fueling your body is probably one of the most important things to do. It's just great, and you feel great about it, and you're ready to tackle the day. Once breakfast is over, you're ready to tackle the day. There's a reason they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Okay, next tip is, once breakfast is done, go into your bedroom, change your clothes. Do not stay in your pajamas all day. If you stay in your pajamas all day, you're more than likely not going to do much. Even if it's into another tracksuit pants, like this is what I'm wearing now. I'm wearing this hoodie and tracksuit pants and slippers. Just get out of your pajamas, okay? Once you get out of your pajamas, you're going to feel so much better. So the next tip is to stay hydrated. If you carry around a bottle of water with you, I recommend you'll have a great day. I'm telling you, water is so good for you. It's good for your hair, it's good for your skin, it's just good for everything. Stay hydrated, kids. So my next tip is to do some exercise. So we all know exercise releases these endorphins, okay? And these just make us happy. These endorphins are very good for our body. They give us a good positive mood. Go outside, go for a walk, go for a run, fantastic. Come home. There are so many online fitness classes that you can do. People are going live on their Instagram stories, like people like Megan Grubb. I think she has multiple workouts all on her page, so you can go check her out. Now's your time to get into that fitness routine, okay? You got this, okay? Seriously, it's so good for your body. It makes you happy. You got this. Definition: endorphins also trigger a positive feeling in the body similar that to morphine. So my next tip then is, if you're bored, learn something new. Whether it's a language, whether it's a new skill, whether it's reading a book. There's this platform called Skillshare, you might have heard of it. They do so many classes on there and you can get 2 months free memberships to try it out. They have stuff like drawing, illustration, graphic. So then my last tip is all about your mindset. So if you are at home and you're constantly and you're saying, oh, when is this over? I don't want to be stuck inside? Will this pandemic ever be over? You're going to make it miserable for yourself, to be honest. You have to have a positive mindset. So you've got to think of this as an opportunity. This is a time when you can do that to-do list that you've been wanting to do, paint the house, do that gardening you've always wanted to do, learn something new, as I said. I understand that we are going through hard times at the moment, but all we have to do is take it day by day. And by doing some of the tips I said above, you'll get stuff done, you'll be more productive, and you're just going to live a better life, to be honest. You're going to live your best life while we're in quarantine, okay? So that's the last thing I will leave with you, is about your mindset. We got this. We will get through this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video helped you and gave you some tips on how to stay organized and productive through this quarantine and this lockdown. I think they're very good. They help me to stay productive and they help me to stay organized. So I would definitely give them a go if I were you. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it was useful for you and it created some value for you. Make sure, if you're not already, to subscribe down below by hitting the subscribe button. Comment down below as well what you thought of the video. I really want to hear your thoughts and if you liked the video or not, and if you liked the style, and if you want more of videos like this. Also, I'm going to link my Instagram down below as well. Follow me on Instagram, and I normally keep my followers up to date on a daily basis through my stories, etc. I hope you all enjoyed your Easter, and let's get into next week. See you next time. Bye.